What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video. We finna get it started. Let's get it.
Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And now the hit knocks it loose. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Running the red zone, it's right. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bulls want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
And the Bulls are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put
Hey, yo,
themselves
what
in a
just
goal-to-go
happened?
situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they get it on the edge of the red zone and go 20 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Looking to scramble. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Catch in the middle, it's sharp. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Florida 7, Oklahoma 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to throw it again. Got a man, it's Thompson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He wants to throw. He's right on target. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Florida ready ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown wants to pass. Caught. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Third down play from the gun. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's caught. It's Singletary. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Unloads to the right. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Makes his connection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. looking for more room. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. Snagged in the middle. It's Atkins. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterback. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, wants to throw it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
Finds his man. It's right.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Keep it on the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Brown will throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Florida 10, Oklahoma 7.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And stampeding through the defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Atkins. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Running with power. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Black 14! Black 14! White 80, Brooklyn! White side,
Give to the running back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit. Now, let's go make this thing even more special.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll give it to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. Fair catch, called for and made. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Arnold. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the right. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. And perfect situational awareness there. Get the first down. Don't get greedy. Stop the clock.
Yeah, and that's why this team practices these types of 2-minute situations all week long leading up to games so that everybody's on the same page. That receiver did an awesome job getting out of bounds to try to preserve as much clock as possible.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Off play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
And I know you're loving this one, David, because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo, we're used to seeing a ton of points. We're not used to seeing a lot of games like this. I wouldn't get used to seeing it, but for this team right here...
Thank y'all for tuning in to another DHM4 video. Tune in, like, share, subscribe, and go on. Peace.